Hello YouTube, we're back at you with another video, and today we are on a Peace Bridge on West 3rd Street. I'm not going to read all that, that's just some prominent individuals from Dayton, but we're going to read this. It says, inventions. Hopefully you can see that. It says, Dayton came of age in the 1800s during the American Industrial Revolution, an era when invention, innovation, and industrialism swept across the United States. Dayton played a major role in this growth. The city ranked 5th in the nation in terms of patents granted per capita as early as 1870. 20 years later, it led the nation. Dayton promoted itself as the city of 1,000 factories. These factories attracted business leaders and engineers. With them came their ideas, which led to thousands of inventions and innovations that changed the world. Dayton has been the incubator for inventions like Charles Kettering, Wilbur and Orville Wright, James Parsons, James and John Ritty, Leland Clark, Heart Lung Machine, and John Balsley, folding step ladder, Carl Carlson, microfiche, whatever that is, I'm not sure what that is, Daniel Webster Schaefer, gas mask, and many more. The legacy of invention and innovation continues in the many high-tech and other industries that call Dayton home today. And hopefully you guys can see that plaque there. And on this side it says, Dayton, land of the funk. In the 1970s and 80s, a new genre of music made Dayton the land of the funk. Thanks to funk music groups like the Ohio Players, Steve Harrington, Hall of Fame, Zap, Fazzo, Heatwave, Sun, Slave, and Lakeside. Funk bands primarily from the West Side continue to be heard today in hip-hop, house, and other popular musical forms. The Ohio Players, the granddaddies of them all, have influenced contemporary artists such as Snoop Dogg, Puff Daddy, Salt and Pepper, Soundgarden, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It says here are 8 funk bands that made this Dayton one of the funkiest places on earth. It says Sun, Wanna Make Love, Live On, Dream On, I Had a Choice, Heatwave, Boogie Nights, Always and Forever, and the Groove Line, Fazzo, Riding High, Toe Jam, and Good Thing, Lakeside, Fantastic Voyage. Remember Snoop Dogg used that, or not Snoop Dogg, who was it? Coolio used a Fantastic Voyage beat on his song. Anyway, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Your Love is the One, and It's All the Way Live, Slave, Watching You Slide, Just a Touch of Love, and Snapshot. Roger Troutman, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, I Want to Be Your Man, California Love, Tupac featuring Troutman and Dr. Dre, Zap Band or Zapp and Roger, More Bounce to the Ounce, Do Why Diddy, I Can Make You Dance, Heartbreaker, and Computer Love. Ohio Players, originally known as the Ohio Untouchables, Fire, Love Roller Coaster, I Want to Be Free, Pain, Funky Worm, Skin Tight, Honey, and Sweet Sticky Thing. Well, yeah, there you have it. That's Peace Bridge in Dayton, Ohio. And there's some other plaques here on the other side, which we'll get to in a moment. Here's some more plaques, and this one here reads, What dreams we have and how they fly. Like rosy clouds across the sky of wealth of fame, of sure success, of love that comes to cheer and bless, and how they wither how they fade, the waning wealth, the jilting jade, the fame that for a moment gleams, then flies forever. Dreams, ah, dreams. Paul Laurence Dunbar. The poem is titled Dreams. Paul Laurence Dunbar, June 27th, 1872 to February 9th, 1906, was an American poet and author who was best known for his lifetime for his dialect work and his use of metaphor and rhetoric, often in a controversial style. In his short career, he produced an impressive 12 books of poetry, 4 novels, 4 books of short stories, and lyrics to many popular songs. Dunbar became the first African American to support himself financially through his writing. Excuse me. Here we have another plaque. This plaque reads, Civil Rights Movement. In his Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. praised those who have moved so courageously against the ramparts of racial injustice and called them the real heroes of the freedom struggle. Walter Dunson, Bertie Ellis, Don Ellis, Roselle Ellis, Judge Arthur Fisher, Charles Francis Sr., Leela Francis, Reverend David Gilbert, Jesse Gooding, W.S. McIntosh, C.J. McLean Jr., and Miley Williamson exhibited that same courage in their struggle against racism and discrimination. They surely are Dayton's real heroes of the freedom struggle. As they view these images and read about their lives, as you view these images and read about their lives, may you be inspired to continue their legacy. Sorry, it's very windy out here today. Here's another plaque. It reads, Unity March, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Dayton celebrates Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. every January with a week-long event including a peace march emphasizing justice and peace. The march, held on Dr. King's birthday, begins at Westtown. Marchers pass important sites including the Veterans Administration Hospital, the offices of the Dayton chapter of the SCLC, and the Dayton branch of the NAACP. The march ends at the Dayton Convention Center, where marchers strategize ways to help create the just society that Dr. King often spoke about. They also participate in other MLK celebration events. Picture caption: participants in the annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. March pause at the Peace Bridge, circa 1970. Photographed by Reverend Dr. David Fox, Dayton chapter, SCLC. And for whatever reason, this plaque is sort of it's placed a little bit higher than the ones on the other side for whatever reason. So hopefully you guys can see that. And on this side, we have another plaque. And this plaque reads, the Tuskegee Airmen. That's a hard to pronounce word. The Tuskegee Airmen refers to the Army Air Corps program that trained black men to fly and maintain critical combat aircraft in World War II. These skilled flyers completed various types of missions. Of these missions, they are most famous for escorting bombers to identify themselves in combat. They painted the tails of their aircraft red, earning themselves the nickname Red Tails. Several of these heroic airmen hailed from Dayton and the Miami Valley region. Lloyd S. Hathcock, Charles Feaster, Charles C.I. Williams, Mac Ross, Arthur O. Fisher. Alright, YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it isn't too excruciatingly windy. It is very breezy out here today. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications if you want to stay informed of future uploads. I hope everybody has a blessed week ahead. Until next time.